I really do wish fighting games would do a bit better. What's good? It's True Kingston, and the reason I'm even bringing this up is I was reminded, because I'm making my next main video on the fighting game mechanics series, but I started looking into Blazblue for characters to base something off of for the video, and it made me think, fighting games are so bad at handling like collaborations compared to other games. Like, don't get me wrong, I know a lot of them don't have the budget that something like Epic Games does, but they still always fumble. So, an example of what I'm saying is, even Street Fighter would use, for example. Street Fighter had a Ninja Turtles collab, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, whatever. I was like, okay, cool, we got this collab. First things first, they were better off making those character skins because they made it for, like, that collab does nothing for anybody that plays the main mode of the game, and the main mode is like just ranked and I guess casual, but you can't play with your created character in there. You have to go into the lobby. So I guess they're trying to get you into the lobby because that's a big part of probably where they're making their income, especially with the battle pass and stuff. But it doesn't feel like a big event. It's like, okay, there's some Ninja Turtle skins, they're overpriced, and the only thing they do for it is some theme music for like from the Ninja Turtles cartoons. I'm like, and that's kind of the event. That's pretty ass. I guess there was probably a bit more. There's like some other stuff you can earn, like probably some like emotes and shit. But for the most part, that's kind of it. Blazblue, they added 2B to the game. We didn't get anything. How about this? Make the character, if you want to pay for the character, pay for the skins, do that. But give characters some theming that would go with it, that would be lit. Like, for example, for Street Fighter, when the Ninja Turtles event came around, all they had to do is take a character like Luke, whoever they wanted. Take 4 characters if you want to, and give them, just put some, you don't gotta do nothing crazy in this case. Just put a stripe across their face to make it like they're pretending to be one of the turtles, something like that. And give out some free skins or some earnable skins, something. Like some free extra little goodies, I think would be a good idea. For 2B, they could have just gave you some extra, like, this game is worse with it, personally, I think. Actually, Street Fighter story mode makes it think it's worse. Street Fighter could have had you fighting like Shredder or something like that. They could have put like Shredder in the story mode and you gotta fight against them or something. You don't have to, but it would be cool if you fought Shredder and if you beat him, you got this. I'm not gonna say give you a Shredder outfit, but give you a Shredder color scheme for a character or something like that. Like if they had Vega in the game, that would have been perfect. But you know, something like that. That would have been way cooler if they did some extra stuff like that. I think fighting games suck when it handles collabs. For Blazblue, where they could have done, since they had this crazy like story mode that was like a beat 'em up basically, they could have had like you fight a Nier Automata boss or something, one of the bosses from the game, or have you fight against like a crazy amped version of 2B, or A2, but I guess A2 is a little different. She's not in the game, so 9, that's all them they can't, I guess, if you don't want to put them in. I don't know if you have to keep paying. I don't know how licensing works, so I don't know how expensive it is. If you have to keep paying for the characters, like more characters added, I wouldn't doubt that. So, maybe you fight against an amp version 2B that's hard to fight, and you can bring a friend or something. And if you and your friend, or you just beat that version of 2B, you get a special outfit. You could get a costume that's themed off her, like somebody cosplaying as her, or something like that. But, no, this is what we do. We don't do nothing special. Or give you, how about for Street Fighter, they could have gave you a move. Like, they could have gave your avatar gets a special move. But it's not like these avatar matches are meant to be serious. It's all pretty much played for fun and for being casual. So, it would have been cool if, okay, you can unlock this special move that's based on the Ninja Turtles for some reason. It's like, okay, you could throw Donatel's staff, or if you can fight the 4 turtles in the streets or whatever, and then you get a special move unlocked from them. I feel like that would have been so much more memorable. I'm like, yo, y'all remember that time when we had to beat up turtles in the street? Huh? You know how crazy that sounds as a story? Especially when you bring it back up, or when you're just talking to somebody. Yes, I was playing this. They was like, hey, bruh, you come into work? They be like, hey, man, what you was up to? I was playing Street Fighter. Was there an event going on? Yeah, bro, I was beating up turtles in the street. Alright, man, I'll talk to you later. I don't want to talk to you no more. Like, something like that would be such a weird and crazy experience. I could only imagine someone like Chun-Li just kicking the hell out of Shredder, but nope, they didn't want to do that. Give us something more. Because I'm thinking about something like Fortnite, and when they do a collab, they go all out. Sometimes there's map areas based on the collab. They have, like they did My Hero Academia, you have Detroit Smash you can use. They had Kamehameha in the game. There is so much cool shit they do. But every game don't want to go that little extra mile. And they don't have to, don't get me wrong. But when you're wondering what's going on with your game, it's like, I think people can tell now, because it's a lot more pronounced and way more people are talking about it than they used to. I think people can tell when a game feels like it doesn't have straight, like, a lot of passion behind it. Like, Fortnite is a money printing machine, don't get me wrong. The publishers, and some of those people got no souls working on that company, or working at that company. But, I ain't gonna front. The people that get to do that stuff, I'm pretty sure are having a good time. The people that get to make these references and stuff into the game, or make these abilities, I'm like, oh, you could do some crazy stuff with it. This is lit. Having bending styles because they had the Avatar event, I feel like a lot of that stuff is sick, but they just ruin it in fighting games. And then they'll do a crossover like Street Fighter's gonna have Terry. I'm like, it would be so cool to have a mode that played slightly like Fatal Fury, or even just change the HUD up a bit for their Avatar battles or something, or casual matches. Make the HUD look like the old Fatal Fury games HUD, something like that, like the health bars and stuff. That would be so cool, but they're not gonna do anything like that, obviously. They don't do shit like that. I'm like, or just give it little sound effects during the event, like when Terry first came out or something. Give him like Fatal Fury sound effects on his attacks, something a little extra. Like, I'm just spitballing ideas. If you're gonna do a crossover, I say go all out and do it right, because it's supposed to be a special occasion. But it feels like they just do it to nostalgia bait, or literally just trying to bait people back into the game. Like, my friends came out to see 2B. I'm not gonna lie, 2B was a disappointment. I had my video about that Blazblue was perfect. I still think that for the most part, but I ain't gonna lie. They've been fumbling this game a lot. They was like, the roadmap looked good, but they don't do enough. I felt like this game felt like a live service at first. Now it feels like a dead service, but I'll go into that a different day. Anyways, I gotta get to work on the next video. There will be a Blazblue character. The section most likely will be short, because there ain't much to talk about the mechanic, but we'll get there when we get there. That's it for me. Thank y'all for watching. True Kingston, and I'm out.